Oh man, oh man. Let me make sure my stuff is clear. Oh boy. Let's see what we got going on here. See if any notifications go out. Oh yeah, it must be bad. Woo. Okay, this is bad. This is bad, y'all. Yeah, we got a serious little accident thing going on, and folk acting all crazy. And what's going on, Tamika? Yeah, I'm out here in this traffic, and it is not looking good at all. Um, yeah, 4 lanes backed up. No, everybody trying to get all. What's going on, Shannon? Yeah, I got to get with you, Shannon, because well, let me. A lady contacted me from New York, Shannon, about a hey, what's going on, Angel? A lady contacted me about a document that she was given to sign and stamp, saying that the attorney was there at the signing with her. However, the attorney was not. Have you ever seen that? Because she was given a piece of paper, and the steering wheel all in the way. I'm gonna have to readjust that a little bit. Hold on, y'all. All right. Yeah, she got was given a piece of paper, and she had to sign it and wanted her to stamp it, saying that this attorney appeared before her and that it was under oath. And she was like, the guy's not here. And they was telling her, the signing company, was that she had to do it. And she was asking me about it, and I was like, well, you can't. My 2 rules of notarization: you only deal with who's in front of you and give the document what it's asking for. If the person isn't there in front of you, you can't sign. I mean, they're not there to sign. He wasn't there to be sworn in. So I told her, I said, you're gonna have to, probably get with the NNA or find somebody, because I mean, I don't see how she could have done it, and everything. What's going on there, Jelene, Miss Rogers? So yeah, oh boy, a lot been going on, y'all. I hope a lot been going on. If y'all been looking at my community tab, sound like, yeah, strange. I've never heard anything like that. She should. Okay, yeah, Marcy, yeah. What's going on, Q? Yeah, so, man, it's a lot of things going on. There's still some work out here, because I mean, as of the 9th, I was at 23 signings, and right now I think I got probably 15 for this week. So but then I've had a lot of cancellations too, so it's been a little up and down and everything. So I don't know. I mean, they're trying to change things up with the mortgages. Then with the student loan thing coming out, saying that, you might have to start back paying them. And they're on my community tab. And from time to time, check out my community tab, y'all, because I'm posting videos up there from other YouTubers who are really helping people understand what's going on with this mortgage industry. And a gentleman named Orlando Minor, he there's a video I put up there on him, and he's talking about the student loan thing, and how if they don't forgive the student loan and you got to start paying it back, that affects the person's debt to income ratio, which means people who currently probably qualify for a mortgage or a higher mortgage, because they had $600 that they could put toward the mortgage, and now all of a sudden they don't have that $600 because they got to pay back that student loan, and that changes their debt to income ratio. And thanks for hitting the like button, everybody. I'm telling you, what they're believing, and he doesn't say it in here, but what I'm believing has happened is that people will start trying to or at least the realtors will start trying to get people to go ahead on and and buy houses now before, I think, the end of around August, end of July, maybe August or September, when that comes into effect, that you got to start back paying your student loan. So, the debt to income ratio is a key factor. And again, it's still about being in a position that if somebody says, hey, I'm ready to rock and roll, we need this notary, you got to be in a position that you can be like, okay, boom, I'm ready to go. A young lady called me today, and this is also for new people who are coming to the channel. Take time out and click on the channel name and look at the playlist. And in the playlist, there's a playlist called Notary Basics. Look at the first 7 videos in there. That's going to help you to understand a whole lot. The young lady, very sweet young lady, called me and basically was concerned because she says she's trying to become familiar with the document so she can understand what might be in the loan packet. And I said, you don't have to be concerned about what's in the loan packet and everything. I said, you don't have to be concerned about what files or pages of documents are or are not. All you got to be concerned with is that when the loan packet comes to you, that you can notarize to, fill out the notarial certificates accordingly. I said, that's all you really got to be able to do. Okay, this is about to get ugly up in here, y'all. Okay, this is about to get ugly. People fighting to get off this road and everything. Okay. And so, and I had to let the signing companies know that I'm, stuck in traffic and everything. And just a side note, if you ever in a situation like I am, where, it's like bumper to bumper traffic, and I'm trying to get off on this one exit, and if I get off on there, then I'll be good, because I know some back roads to get to where I need to go. And I still, if I got an hour to, just a little less than an hour to get to FedEx to drop the documents, but I let them know, hey, I'm stuck in traffic and everything, and all of that. So they're hitting me back up. I better get out of my, I ain't giving it. Ooh, these signing companies. I'm trying to tell them about the fact that I'm stuck in traffic and might not make the drop, and they're like, well, yeah, send us a receipt so we can see, don't use a third party. If I can't get to FedEx, I'm not going to a third party. Okay, okay, y'all are getting on my nerves. Sorry about this, y'all. This is live. Okay, come on now, let's not hit nobody, people. And don't y'all be hitting me, because I'm in a rental car, and if you hit me, you're gonna be paying out the wazoo. I'm serious. But yeah, so people, they got, that debt to income ratio, and there's gonna be people trying to get, real estate agents trying to get people to hurry up and get into buying a house before their debt to income ratio change. Yeah, I got my bear mace. Do I have it in here? I think I got it in the back seat. So I'm ready for them, man. But yeah, now I'm good. I'm over here on my I don't even know if y'all can. Yeah, I got all these cars in front of me. It's but yeah, I'm good now. I'm off the main interstate. I'm good. So now I'm about to hit these back roads and do my thing. But yeah, so all of that's is going to affect what we do. But back to what the lady was saying, she was talking about the fact that she was concerned about trying to become familiar with the different loan documents or the loan packages as to what's in them. And I know there's signing companies and probably title companies, and then you got individuals that keep talking about become familiar with what's in there, and primarily it's like so that if you don't see the deed, the mortgage, or this to that, if they're not in there, then you can say something. Okay, yeah, I get that. But the problem is people aren't taking it as that. People are taking that statement as, I need to know every single document or become familiar with somewhat of the normal documents, what documents are normally in a loan packet, what documents are really supposed to be here and not. And each company is different. The state, the local, the federal real estate mortgage rules, the title company, the lender, those 5 entities got their own different ways of doing things. I just did one for Michigan. Their stuff was way different. And I'm telling you, there is no training out there, unless it's specific for Michigan, that would have ever prepared me for what I saw today. But I was able to get the notarizations done because I understood how to notarize. So if you understand how to notarize, then it doesn't matter all of these other pages and this, that, and the other that's in there and what this mean and what that mean. You'll be able to do what you got to do. And that's what I was able to do today. Get it done and get in and out in about 30 minutes or so. All right, so now I can breathe easy. All right, get over here in my lane and hit these back roads. So that's the thing, and I talked to her for about maybe 15, 20 minutes, and hopefully, she's good to go and not gonna, be stressing over that, and all of that. So, and yet again, thanks for hitting the like button. Let me see what kind of comments we got up in here. But yeah, that's, now I have made mention, I did one last week, Ohio one last week, notarization. Was really the most important for the Tuesday. I know. Yeah, I'm just hopping on here because I was sitting there like, see, I sit in these traffic, and y'all know I be getting hardly no sleep at night. And you put me in traffic, and I'm sitting still, I sit there and go to sleep on you and everything. So I said, let me get on the thing and chop it up with the party people and all that good stuff. But yeah, so right now, it's the momentum. I got so much going through my head, y'all, so excuse me, and feel free to ask any questions. If you got any questions about anything for the business, this, that, and the other, feel free to throw it in there. Now, I will, traffic time with Griff. Yeah, TTG, y'all. Yeah, traffic time with Griff. I guess that's going to have to be a shirt, too, her cue. But, also, and I'm gonna have to, well, I guess, yeah, I'll probably write something. But also on the community tab, I posted a video, and y'all need to look at it. It's about people saying 1099 employees and being classified as 1099. There's no such thing. My accountant talked about it. There is no such thing as 1099 employee. 1099, really, you're just an independent contractor. 1099 is the form that gets submitted. But we're, and a lot of people don't understand the rules surrounding 1099. Hey, what's going on, J3? The rules surrounding 1099 are very, very particular, specific, and they're state and federal ones. And you got to understand that if you are a quote unquote 1099, operating as an independent contractor, that there are certain do's and don'ts. Yeah, I'll go this way. Do's and don'ts as a independent contractor. And a lot of people don't understand, so some people, like a gentleman, he made a comment, say he doesn't agree. And my question to him is, and I'll probably, if I get time to type it out and, as a reply, my question is, when you don't agree with what the labor lawyer said concerning that, if what he said is the law, then what is there you don't agree with? If the law says, as an independent contractor, we're supposed to operate this way, that way, and the other, then how can you say, well, I don't agree with that, without articulating what it is you don't agree with? You have to articulate that. What don't you agree with that? And then especially if what is being said is true and factual, the law, then how can you dispute it? And thanks again, y'all, for hitting the like button and sharing this out. because as you hit the like button, YouTube also sends out more notifications. So even with what we do as notaries, people may not agree that we can't backdate, but guess what? We can't backdate. You see what I'm saying? People may not agree that a notary, let's say in Virginia, cannot collect closing funds unless they have a settlement license. They may not agree with it, but that's the law. We can't. So you can disagree, not like, or whatever, anything on this earth. But what are the facts? What is law? So to say that the labor law, I don't agree with it, but don't articulate what you don't agree with, that doesn't do anybody any good. And this is one of the things that we as human beings tend to do. We don't like something, and then we never say what it is about the thing that we don't like, as well as we don't say, okay, well, here's the truth. Because if what is being said is incorrect, then we need to articulate what the truth is. You see what I'm saying? So when y'all get a chance, look at the community tab and look at that video and give me a response to what that person is saying in there. I don't have a settlement license. And all title people have to have a settlement license, and they have to have insurances and things of that nature. But in Virginia, if I'm going to collect closing funds, I have to have a settlement license. I have to be licensed. I have to be a licensed settlement agent if I'm going to collect closing funds in the state of Virginia. That's law, okay? That's just the way it is. And I know this because I contacted the settlement license people. I called them up and I was like, hey, I was told that I got to have a settlement license to do this. And they was like, yeah, you do. They were like, yeah. And they explained to me how it works and all of that. And I was like, okay, now that I know, all right, and I'm gonna turn here and hop back on the interstate, pass all the traffic. I was like, okay, well, cool. Now that I know this, I know what I have to do. And it is what it is, Yeah, I've lost signings. I have lost signings. There's people who probably don't mess with me. I think I have in my profile that I can't collect closing funds unless I have a settlement license. It's stated with the NNA. And check this out. I was working with a notary about a week ago, or a little bit more than a week ago, and I was showing them how to sign up on Signature Closers. And on Signature Closers, they have a little training section. And in that training section, it actually references the fact that Virginia notaries cannot collect closing funds unless we have a settlement license. So this is a real big deal. And unfortunately, there are human beings out here who are in our industry that don't care, and they keep trying to get notaries to collect closing funds, as well as notaries are going around collecting closing funds. But the point that I'm making is, here's the law, here's the rules, here's the policy of doing or not doing something, and then you have people saying, well, I don't agree with that. I'm not saying you can't disagree with it. You have every right to. But if you're saying I disagree with it because I just don't like it, or are you disagreeing with it because it is, you actually know that that is incorrect, then you need to articulate for the rest of us what the truth is. You see what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. Just saying you don't agree with it and making a few blanket statements, that doesn't do any good. Is he wrong? If the labor lawyer is wrong, then we need to see where they're wrong at. And that goes with anything, especially with us as notaries. And I think Joe just asked a question or made a statement. Hey, what's up, Grill? In the state of Virginia, I'm curious. Does it take? You got to go through some training for that. You got to go through some training, and you got to get insurances. You have to get additional E&O insurance. I think you have to get dishonest employee insurance. You have to get You got to get bonded, if I'm not mistaken, and you have to have some kind of appointment from an insurance company, because from the way I understand it, as a title person, you're on the level of an insurance agent, meaning you can actually sell insurance policies, which I guess, whatever insurance policies there are out there, in this case, title insurance. So it's a big deal here. And for Virginia, as long as we can do closings, as long as we don't collect closing funds. And the thing is, here's the issue. In Virginia, for me, I've done almost 2,500 closings or notarial assignments. So let's just say out of the 2,400 notarial assignments I've done, let's just say 400 of them have not been mortgage related. They were just general notary work. Okay, we'll say that. So 2,000 closings I've done, as an example. Out of that 2,000 closing, I would honestly say that I probably have been in situations where I've had to collect closing funds, or closing funds was due barely 100 times. So the question is it worth getting that title license if I've only had to use it 100 times, and there's no guarantee that it's going to garner me any more money? Like, they're gonna give me an extra fee for doing that, especially being independent as I am. So I mean, it's I guess something prestigious, it looked good and all of that, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to actually get paid more money just because I have a title license as a notary, because I'm primarily operating more as a notary. Now, title license is a big deal in Indiana and where Joe Haskins is out of, as well as in Maryland. But Virginia is not required. Now, there are a few companies out here that will use, or that would like to use, notaries who have title license for that reason, and I would expect they would pay me a little bit more or nicer in everything, but I don't have a title license, and then I also have to look at the renewal, how much it costs to get renewed and all that kind of stuff. But the overall thing that I'm talking about is that if somebody is saying, and everybody has the right to, so if that gentleman is listening, I'm not saying what you're saying, that you don't have a right to say that. What I'm saying is, are you saying that the person, what they're saying is incorrect and that's not the law? Or are you saying you just don't agree with the law? Those are two different things. And if it's incorrect what he's saying just because he's a lawyer, and I know people have issues with lawyers, like, well, they're a lawyer, so they're gonna make stuff up or do stuff, ... Correct. But if he's a lawyer looking out for people who are being taken advantage of, it would be advantageous for him to speak truthfully about what the laws are for independent contractor. And I encourage y'all to look them up for yourself. Look up the laws for your state on independent contractor. Just Google independent contractor for your state and find out what the do's and don'ts are. They are very, very specific. And if a company does not follow them, there's a high chance that company could end up getting in a lot of trouble. If you look in my insurance playlist, there's a video talking about the difference between 1099 and W-2. It's a big deal. We don't talk about it enough in the notary world, but it's a big deal. And you got to make sure you're doing stuff right, because if not, then you're going to be on the hook for paying taxes as a W-2 employee, because the person who's working with you or having you work as a W-2, even though they're calling you independent contractor, but they're working you like you're a W-2, they got to pay taxes and things of that nature. So it's a big deal. It is really, really, really a big deal. And so, right, that is true, Joe. So now everything's clear. I told y'all I know them back roads around here. I refuse to be stuck sitting there in traffic for 10 hours. And I still got enough time to get to FedEx and drop it off and all that good stuff, So, but yeah, so there's still a lot going on. They got the 1% down mortgage thing. They got the 100% financing. The home builders are doing mortgage buy downs, and then you got signing companies. They're looking for notaries. They want good notaries. So I'm pleading with y'all. Take time out and tweak your profile. For whatever reason, a lot of your notaries, y'all still won't fix your profile. You still won't put your orders in SnapDocs. And I'm gonna tell you, over the last month and a half, I hadn't really taken time out to put all of my orders into SnapDocs. And I'll be honest, the notifications was starting to wean a little bit. Well, the other day, over this past weekend, I sat down and put in all of my orders that I had done for the month of, I think, May. Made sure all my orders for May was in there, and started putting in everything for June. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to get more notifications. I'm telling y'all, there's a little algorithm thing going on there that SnapDocs like. You know, if they see that you're doing work, they see that you're active and all of that. I mean, if the company, look, it works. And other people have gotten on here and said, yeah, when I put my orders in there, they tend to get more notifications. Things were drying up, a little bit on SnapDocs. I was getting some here or there. Most of what I got right now on Snap, orders that I got for this week alone is coming off of SnapDocs. So it's working for me. And then you gotta have a decent profile. You gotta have some good stuff in there. So right now I got 7 orders coming up in SnapDocs outside of what I've already done, and I'm at about maybe close to 35 orders for the month, booked and coming up, done and coming up. So it's doable. And then you're doing the general notary stuff, all of that, you just market yourself and everything. So let me see, any other questions? Good. You got your first assignment on signing order, general notary work. Excellent. You go out there, do it. Look, I done talked about profiles a whole lot. Don't just put up there. Look, they know you're a mobile notary. They know you're NNA certified. They know you got a background check. So that information is already known. What they want to know is, do you know what the heck you're doing as a notary? If you can articulate that you understand what to do as a notary, you hear people talking about the problems. If you're getting orders and you see them talking about, hey, please remember to do this, please remember to do that, make sure you do it. Articulate in your profile that I'm a notary who drops documents off on time, will keep you informed, this, that, and the other. If you go on signing order, the best way to put it, let me put it to you this way. Go on signing order. Well, I mean, not signing, well, signing is tied in. Go to Notary Resume, notaryresume.com. Type in notaryresume.com. Go there and then do a search. Just put your zip code in there. Hit enter, and then start reading the profiles of all of the people around you in your area. Just start reading their profiles and see what they put in their profile. You're going to see some very, very weak, lame profiles out there. You're going to be like, and here's the thing, this is how you understand whether or not it's a good profile. Think of it from the standpoint, when you see that profile, you act as if you're a scheduler looking for a notary to take care of your client. Does that profile give you confidence that they know what they're doing? Oh, wow, they're Phi Beta Kappa, or they used to be in the military. They say they pay attention to details. Okay, all that's nice. But does the words in the profile communicate they know what they're doing as a notary? Because when you do your resume, You don't just say, I pay attention to details. You communicate that you know what you're doing as an HR rep, as a IT professional, as a doctor, lawyer, as a scientist, or whatever the case may be, as a receptionist. You articulate that you know what you're doing, and you talk about your problem solving and how you do. In most profiles out there on Notary Resume, and you can look on SnapDocs too, they're just very, very basic and generic. And if you say, well, they're generic, but it seems like on SnapDocs, well, they seem like they say they done did, 2,000 signings. Well, they probably did stuff they probably had connections with people. And when you got a bunch of connections, when you got hookups, you don't tend to feel like you really need to express yourself or sell yourself, I should say. You look me up on signing order. You go in there and put in my 23464, my zip code, and you put in my last name, Griffin. You'll see my son out there, but then you'll see me. Look at my profile, and you tell me whether or not you would you look at my profile and say, nah, I wouldn't pick him. Then I'll change it. And tell me why you wouldn't pick me to do a closing for you after reading my profile. Now, I'm not saying you got to go as an articulate in detail like I did in mine, but what I'm saying is you can't just put up there, I'm a new notary and I got a printer. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you being a new, they don't want to know about you being a new notary. They just want to know, do you know what to do, how to do it, this, that, and the other. Made it to FedEx. Woohoo! And got 32 minutes to spare. So I love that, y'all. And again, thanks for hitting the like button and everything. And thanks for riding with me. Traffic time with Griff, my man Q, and all of that good stuff. So, but yeah, y'all got to step out the box. Step out of the box of some of this stuff that they say or have been saying to you in these notary groups and stuff, and start thinking for yourself. Start figuring out things for yourself and like, don't worry about them signing off on it. Don't worry about anybody saying, hey, you're doing great. No, you go out there, you know you can do great yourself. You got it in you already. And here's the thing, most of those people who you follow and you look up to and you appreciate and you respect, that's all they did. They said, you know what, let me go out here and do this thing. They found some ways of doing it, and yeah, some people helped them out and gave them some information and all of that. But for the most part, I've sort of figured this thing out on my own for my area, what I can do for myself. Q from Captivated Notary, he's a great example of how to get out there in your community. He's figured it out for his community, and he's doing a fabulous, wonderful job out there. I figured out how to work with these signing companies. Everybody talks smack about the signing companies, but I do a great job with them. They know they can rely on me and depend on me. Yeah, I might push back and question certain things they ask me to do because I got to make sure that I'm doing things right. But they know that if they want me to get out here and do the job, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it the correct way. And if I make a mistake, which I do make mistakes, or forget something or whatever, I'll go back and fix it. No questions asked. They say, hey, you missed this, or did you forgot that? If they come back and say, hey, we forgot to add this document, can you go back? No problem. I go take care of it. And a lot of times I don't even charge them. Now and I'm not saying you don't charge. That's up to you. And then sometimes they will pay me anyway. But that's an individual thing, okay? The bottom line is just being ready and prepared and just going out there and doing what you got to do. And then let's see here. I watched the community tab link video. It was the guy is a lawyer, but nothing he said was info you can't research him. It was not you're right. That's what I'm saying. He's like, the guy was talking about like it was some kind of gimmick and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so you must you're an employee and all of that. And see, look, there are a lot of human beings out here who want to be business owners, but they still want to be told what to do like an employee. They still want the group that they're working with, the organization that they're getting paid from, they're supposed to be a business owner. They still want them to guide and direct them and tell them everything to do. Independent contractor means you know what to do and you go out there and do it. Hey, go out here. This is what I need you to do. With Grubhub, the only thing Grubhub does is give you a quicker direct route. But if you decided you wanted to take a back road to get there, you take a back road to get there. You know, if you, I mean, you go and you set your car up with little hot plates and stuff to keep the people food warm. Grubhub ain't gonna say nothing about that. Remember, Grubhub got in a lawsuit because they was treating people like employees, and I think Uber did too. So that 1099 thing is huge. That independent contractor thing ain't no joke. You got to do your own research. And what got me into understanding it was my wife, because as a beautician owning a cosmetology school and salon, she had to understand those rules so that if she's hiring somebody to come in and teach for her or what have you, she can do it correctly, so she's not getting in trouble. And she does it correctly. She follows the rules. She taught me, you know, me and her have conversations about it and all of that stuff. So you just got to be mindful and careful, because sometimes when the truth is revealed, sometimes people don't want to operate in truth. And if you really do things the way it's supposed to be, it might affect your money a little bit, or your ability to, you know, your way of, you know, you can't make as much money, or you got to do it more honestly. You get what I'm saying? You got to do it the right way. You can't just sit here and do stuff under the table. So, okay, you just gonna ride all up on the curve? Sorry, y'all. This lady, okay, she is. Okay. Okay. I ain't even gonna say that, y'all. I ain't gonna say that. No, she literally just, I don't even know if she turned the car off or anything. She just rolled and hit the curb and all of that good stuff, riding all on the sidewalk and stuff. But let me go, y'all. Let me see here. Let me see. I watched that done. Any other thing? Let me check my text and see if anybody texts me anything. Okay, that's them for the 14th at 3, and that is tomorrow, and I'm already booked at that time. Yeah, I can't do that because I'm already booked. But look, thank y'all for riding with me. I'm gonna hop off of here and everything, because I got to get home, because one of my YouTube channel members, they just got a buyer's package, and he wants me to do a document review with him to go over some stuff, make sure he's squared away and everything. So I'm gonna hop on a Zoom call with him and do that for him, and make sure he's squared away for his signing. I think he said he got it on Thursday. But appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great one. If you got any questions, throw them in a comment. Love to hear you. Please check out the community tab. There's some great videos over there. And subscribe and follow those people that I got videos up on. I'm telling you, you want to learn a lot. They're dealing with stuff that, you know, I understand, but I don't know how to articulate it the right way. And they do a great job. So there's no need for me to try to regurgitate what they say. I just give you access to, hey, look at them and get it straight from the horse's mouth yourself, so you can understand it and then apply it in your life. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace.